Hello, beautiful people. April Mac coming to you live for day 5 of our 5-day sleigh. I hope that you're having fun with this and that you've generated some new ideas for something interesting to sell that you hadn't thought of before doing this little challenge. And I'd love to hear how it's gone for you. You might be following along live with us, or you might be doing this at a later stage because this is going to start on my page. In any case, whenever it is that you actually get around to doing this little challenge and doing your launch, I'd love to hear about it. So if you're watching live with me, please do say hi as you join so that I know you're here. And if you're watching on replay, then hashtag replay. And do feel free to leave any comments or questions because I love to get back to those. So I'm going to talk for a while and then see if there's any comments and then wish you well. So basically today is all about, so just quick recap on the last couple of days. You came up with your divinely inspired idea, I'm assuming. The next thing you did is write all the details of that up, figure out what it's going to be, how much, when it's going to happen, how it's going to happen, etc. Make it really clear for people. The next thing is making it really simple and easy to buy. So having a PayPal link or some easy thing that they can just quickly send you money, because people don't want that step to be hard. That's got to be the easy step. When they're in the mode to buy, you want them to be able to buy really quickly and easily. The next thing then is writing up some posts and sharing it with people as broadly as you possibly can and coming at it from different angles. And today what we're doing is talking about how you can do that, like come at your, share your offer out there in lots of different ways. And what my main message for today is to bang on about it. So often people think that they just need to put it out there once or a couple of times and then their job's done. And then they say to me, April, why is no one buying my stuff? And the reason is they haven't banged on about it enough. So today I really want to delve into that. What does that actually mean? What does it practically look like? How are you going to feel when you do that? And what are some of the things you can do? So I'm assuming that at this point in the cycle that you've got your offering ready to go, whether it's a service or a product or whatever it is, and that you're ready to launch, so to speak. So what we're talking now about is your launch strategy. And for me, what I usually do is decide how long that's going to be. So you might have your thing ready to go now. Next thing to decide is how long are you going to talk about it for? How long are you going to launch it for? If it's a big offering, like, a 5-week program, for example, for me, I'm running a 5-week program that starts on Monday. Some of you might know. And this is all part of this little challenge that I'm running is part of my launch strategy for that. So I've had a launch going for about 2.5 weeks, and that's for a 5-week program. So roughly, for something really big, I'll launch maybe for 4 weeks. For something small, it might be 1 to 2 weeks. So have a think about how long your launch needs to go for. If it's just a small offering that you're making or a little flash sale, maybe it's just 3 days. Something like that. But give yourself an idea of how long you're going to talk about it for so that you can, hold yourself accountable for coming on, showing up and doing your launch with everything you've got. So that's the first thing, is deciding how long the launch goes for. The next thing is during your launch period, you need to maintain your level of energy for the offering that you're making, for the thing that you're selling, for the gift you're getting out into the world. You want to feel energized, you want to feel excited about it, and you want to be really behind it energetically. I talked about this yesterday. So if you are running a 4-week launch, that's a long time, for example, to stay energized and excited about something, especially if people aren't buying it right from the start. So you need to pace yourself. You need to think, okay, this is a bit of a marathon. I'm not going to just charge out of the gates and expect it all to happen straight away. It's not going to be till the end where you see the results. So if your launch is long like that, 4 weeks, you've got to pace yourself and be prepared that that's how long you're in it for. And you've got to keep finding ways to bring in your excitement, your energy for the thing that you're launching. If it's a short launch, you'll probably find it a lot easier to stay energized and charged for it. But each day you need to check in and remind yourself. The best way that I find to stay energized behind my offerings is I ask myself each day, how is it helping the people I'm here to serve? So that's what gets me charged. That's what gets me fired up. It's like the launch I'm doing at the moment, Implement Like a Boss. I know that there's people out there who absolutely need it. And what I do is I think about, okay, they need it. And if they do it, it means that they're going to help more people, which means that by the ripple effect of what I'm doing, I'm helping them so they can help their people. And when I think about that ripple effect, then I get excited and I get right behind it. I'm like, yes, I've got to remind them that they need this. So then me selling Implement Like a Boss is easy because I'm thinking of the end goal for the bigger purpose of what I'm here to do. You know, it's not just, oh, I'm selling a course or a program. It's okay, what is it going to do within the world that I live? Like my whole vision for my business is about changing lives and raising the vibration of the planet. That's how big my vision is. And so I have to connect it to that. So whatever I'm selling, I have to connect into that. If I don't connect to that, then I lose the mojo for it, you know. And if I'm thinking really small, it's just like, oh, you know, number of sales or something like that, that doesn't energize me or excite me. Whereas if I think about, right, this is helping the planet, basically, that excites me. So then I'm like, yes, I'm fucking going to get up and I'm going to sell that and I'm going to talk about it and I'm going to, you know, get as many people in as I can because that's my gift. That's what I am here to do. So that's the energy I want you to bring to whatever it is that you do. You've got your unique talents, your unique skills, your unique offerings that are really in some way what it is you're doing, I'm assuming, is going to be helpful to people on the planet. That is why you do it. It's why you get out of bed. It's why you're doing, you know, creating this beautiful business that you have. You wouldn't be doing it. You wouldn't be putting in all this effort if that's not what was driving you. So every time you're launching something, tap into that energy. Tap into your why of why you created this thing in the first place, and think about the lives of the people that you're going to change or the benefits that they're going to feel and how that is, you know, contributing to a greater planet. You know, if you can go to that place, then getting up and doing your stuff is easy. You get yourself, this is all about getting yourself out of the way. That's what this, you know, step is about. When you're in launch mode, it's not about you anymore. You've got to take yourself out of the picture. It's about the people you're here to serve. And that's what that's the message for today. Bang on about it. Don't think about, oh, you know, is everyone thinking that I'm going on about this? That's you putting yourself in the picture. Get yourself out of the way and know that's not about you. It's about them. It's about the people you're here to serve. You have to bang on about it for them to get it. So I have done so many lives, so many posts, a whole lot of stuff about my program, Implement Like a Boss. Some of you will have heard about it and some of you will be hearing about it for the very first time today. And so I have to keep giving the information. You can't give the information, you can't overdo it, because the people who've heard it, they'll unfollow or not unfollow, they'll drop off the call. Like if I start talking about my program now and you've heard it, you'll just drop off, and that's totally fine. If you haven't heard it and you want to hear about it, you'll stay on. And so it doesn't matter that you're repetitive. The people who need to hear it again will listen, and the people who've already heard it will just stop listening, but they're not going to get annoyed about it. So it's your duty to kind of really sell your stuff. Like that's what you're doing. If you're here in business, if you've got a business, you do actually have to sell. And this final step is the piece that I see missing the most, because lots of us have gone into business because we're passionate about something. Like, for example, I'm passionate about helping people with their business, but selling isn't my passion. So therefore, and it's probably the same for you, you're passionate about whatever your thing is, but selling isn't your passion. But if you're going to be in business, you've got to sell. So it's this little, something that we have to get over, get better at. And that's one of the things that I'm doing in my Implement Like a Boss program, is helping people with this phase and making it where it's fun. Like, this phase can be really fun. I actually love coming on here and telling people about my programs, because I tap into that energy of how it's going to help them. So I don't think about it as a sales process. I think about it as I've got to get them to realize that they need this so that they can do their thing in the world even better, get it out to more people. So we all want to have more clients. We all want more income. We all want to change more lives. That's what we're here to do. And so the only way to do that is to sell more stuff and to reach more people. And that's something that I'm really passionate about. So I'm just looking down here at my notes, because I just want to make sure I stay on track. So get behind it, give it your all. Remember, it's a gift. Remember what you're doing and you're putting out there is a gift for other people, and they want to pay for it. They absolutely want to pay for what you have to offer. They just might not know about it. And so you've got to share the information about how they can get it, where to get it, why they should do it, all of that. You can make it really fun. You can do like what I've done here. This is a little 5-day challenge that helps people, get a taste for the kinds of things that they would do in my program. And it also gives them my flavor. You guys get to see how I work, how I operate, and decide whether working with me is something you would like to do or not. So by us doing a little challenge like this, or running a masterclass, or giving people a taste of what it is that you're selling, that's a great way to get people in who really then want what you've got to offer. So me coming on here and doing lives is something I really enjoy now. I didn't used to. It was something I avoided like the plague before. But what I've realized now is what it allows is for people to get a real taste for how I work. And then when they come into my programs, there's no shock. There's no, oh, I thought you were going to do this, or I thought you were going to do that, because I've given away so much on my Facebook pages that they already know what it's like to work with April Mac, because they've seen enough of me to just jump on in. So if you've got if your little thing that you've created this week is something that you can give people a taste of, that's awesome. If you can't give them a taste like the way that I'm doing here, because maybe yours is a solid product or something different, can you share with them how others have experienced it, or give some testimonials, something that they can really latch onto and go, oh yeah, I want that, I want to feel that way. So think about how you can do that. That is the core stuff. I'm just going to see if there's any questions here. I've seen a couple of beautiful comments. So if you've got any questions, do leave them before we finish up. Otherwise, I'll come back to them after the live. There was something else that I wanted to share. Can't remember, it's gone. If I think about it, I'll put it in the comments. But I do want to let you know as well that my program Implement Like a Boss starts on Monday, for those of you who don't know. Yes, I'm banging on about it. I'm showing you, I'm demonstrating to you what it's like to implement like a boss by getting on here, talking about my offering over and over and over again. I know what it is, but some people watching don't. And there's new followers. I get new followers every single day. So every single day I have to, this is, me sharing with you how the things you need to be thinking of is you're getting, if you've got your Facebook profile open, you're going to be getting new followers every day. So you've got to always assume that there's someone watching you for the very first time. So one of the viewers today, either live or on replay, will be someone who's never come across me. So hello, if you've never come across me. You can reintroduce yourself many times because you're always getting new followers. Let them know who you are, what it is you do, how it is to work with you, and don't assume that everyone already knows what you're offering. So it's bang on, bang on, bang on. So my program starts on Monday. I'll go back to that. It's 5 weeks, $555. We're doing group coaching. We're doing training. It's all this implementation phase. It's the final bit. I've chosen that to deliver as a program because it's what I see missing I see all the people doing all the right stuff, but they're not doing the implementation phase as well as they could. They might put out an offering and then sit back and go, well, nobody bought it. Or they just don't have those final pieces of the puzzle to get their business to where they want it to be, where it's absolutely humming. They've got new clients coming in, new inquiries all the time, and the money flowing. That's the bit that I want to help people with. So it's where I see they've done all the foundations, they've done all the learning, they've got all the knowledge and wisdom, and they've got beautiful, beautiful products to share, but they just haven't got them set. To me, it's not getting themselves out of the way enough for them to do what they're really here to do and do it on a large scale. So that's what I'm helping. 5 weeks, we're just going to get the shit happening so that you can feel like your business is growing in the way that you want it to grow. If you've got any questions for me about it, please do send me a message. Otherwise, just go to the link at the top of my page and sign up, because the pre-work has started. We're kicking off on Monday, and it's you'll be finishing 2020 on a high with me. If you like hanging out with me, this is the program to be in. So that's it from me. I'm just going to check if there's any other comments. Nothing that I can see, no other questions. So on that note, I'm going to leave it here and wish you all an awesome day. Have a beautiful day, morning, night, evening, whatever it is, wherever you are. And I shall see you online soon. Lots of love. Bye for now.